Hi, everybody. This is Gary Dean with Sentiment Timing, and this is our technical video report for Tuesday, December 13th, 2022. So we saw these CPI numbers come in a little cooler than expected. Core CPI was still at 7.1%, or that's what inflation's at. And the fact that we actually got a little bit of a cooler report sent these algos into a buying frenzy. And as I mentioned yesterday, where I said, I just had a feeling that this got leaked out right in this part of the day yesterday, where we saw 35 points added on, and then from there we saw the S&P go all the way up to it was 123 points higher. Now I said it in the morning notes, and I'll say it again. The stock market's a zero sum game. So whatever algorithms or whatever we're chasing this up here, for every buyer there has to be a seller. So there's people that bought at these exact at the exact top here, and from there, now they're looking at they're almost 100 points underwater in a matter of a few hours. So it's one of those things where it just doesn't make any sense. And I get these algorithms that are there, but to me, I'm just not sure how whoever has these things programmed, whether it be hedge funds or whatever, how they, they're making money in this. But in any case, I didn't believe this move. I said I wasn't chasing it. It came down. When I was putting out the report, one of my buy triggers was going to be at closing of this gap right around that 39.91. And if that didn't hold, then I'd be looking to average in down at the 30.38. So we took the trade. We got in right around the 4,000 level. We're up for 19 points. Fed talks tomorrow. I'm not 100% comfortable with this particular position. We didn't have any bullish divergences in place. We didn't have them in yesterday. We didn't have them today. So right now, this is more support held. And what I wanted to do was just take a small position. If we head up, we'll just run with a smaller position and just keep raising the stops, or once we get these little pullbacks, buy back and go up. But I still believe that we're going to see this gap filled at the 42.17 before all is said and done. But I'm just not sure how it's going to get there. Are we going to have to pull back down and then up, or are we going straight up? Now, the straight up part, that would be more for the seasonality end of things. So when I talk about the predictive analytics model, time wise, it's on the bull side. Sentiment has been kind of neutral, so that's not really giving us any help. And technicals are neutral, meaning that we're not getting really any buy or sell signals. This is the last one that we actually had was this little move where I think it was right here. I'm trying to figure out, but in any case, it's just one of those things where we just got to keep an eye on what's going on. And if it heads up, then the next pivot is going to be up at the 4,200 level. We made it up to 4109, but this is the lines in the sand. Here's your top, here's your bottom. This is kind of what the bulls need to get above to test these tops. If the bears hold them down, then there's a shot that we're going to come down to the 39.27. As I said, I'm not 100% convinced on this. If you guys didn't take the trade because for just a small third position, that's fine. Like I said, it's not really what I wanted to do. I would have things would have been a lot easier if we took out these lows, because then we would have had buy signals. But we're getting these tops and these bottoms with no signals at all. So this one was, just strictly for the seasonality end of things and support held. And I'm not, I'm not risking a whole. What I want to do is if we come down, wait and see where the next support level holds, and then look to buy there. But these moves are just ridiculous, and we're basically getting the same thing: big, huge, 120 point gap higher, and then selling. 120 point gap higher and selling. So this one, I do believe it could be a little bit different, just because this was where Woody was saying that we are going to have a little bit of backing and filling, or a down market into the middle of December, and that's pretty much right where things started kicking in. That was on the 12th. and from there we just kept going higher. So I'm going to, I'll let you guys know where I'm going to be building the position. I think the next one I'm going to be looking for is going to be right around that 39.74, and then either at the 200-day moving average at the 39.42, or if we come down to the 39.16. But like I said, if we head higher, there's a good chance I'm just going to run with a third of the position because I don't really want, unless we get some buy signals above here. I'm not really that confident with this trade, meaning that I don't. I think we could get a pop and it could drop back down again. It all depends on what the Fed's going to do tomorrow. I have a feeling they're going to do to 50 basis points. And with everybody that chased this up here, all these algorithms, I mean, the inflation's at 7.1%. So it took the Fed three or four 75 basis point rate hikes, and now tomorrow, just say it's going to be a 50 basis point rate hike. It took them almost five rate hikes to get inflation down 1%. So anybody who's buying this thinking that we're going back to the old days, I'm kind of just shaking my head saying, I know that Southern Connecticut was it was an okay school, but it wasn't any Ivy League or anything like that. And some of these people that are making these decisions to try to get in at when we're getting these breakouts are just getting absolutely slaughtered because, as I said, it's a zero sum game. So there was somebody that was doing buying up here, and then they rode this down and we're down over 100 points. There was somebody that was buying here that are now down 100 points. So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I will never ever say buy a gap up like that. That was just silly. So let's see what plays out tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your night, and I will talk to you guys in the morning.